Welcome back to the Insane Asylum. This is your host, Commander Asylum. I want to replay one of my recent PvP videos here where I maintain transversal to secure a kill on a Pilgrim and also chase off a Loki and a Proteus in my Exequror Navy issue. I'm going to go ahead and narrate this video. Okay, as these guys jump in on me, the first thing I'm doing is I'm opening range on them. For one, the optimal on my railguns is about 30 to 40k with antimatter loaded. So I want to get there, but primarily I want to get out of the range of these Loki's webs, knowing that he could probably web out to 30k. Looks like he's not actually a long web fit Loki, thankfully for me, otherwise I would have probably died right there. But I'm successfully pulling range on this guys. And I'm kind of spooked by the two T3Cs here, so I'm just kind of going a little bit excessive on the opening range, trying to get outside of the bubble so I can escape if I need to escape, and then try to pick a fight here. But as you can see, I just got myself outside of the targeting range of my Exequror Navy Issue, which is one of the weaknesses of the ENI. Is, yeah, it's got great rail fits, great blaster fits, but especially with the rail fits, it has a very short targeting range. On this fit right here, it's 59 kilometers. So as far as trying to like snipe out, you know, very, very far ranges with these ships, you have to actually put a rig in there to extend that targeting range a little bit. Okay, so I tried to close range again on these guys here. It's going to take a while, so I'm going to go ahead and fast forward a little bit. You can see the Pilgrim jumps in, and they make a tactical mistake right here where the Loki and the Proteus separate from the Pilgrim, or really the Pilgrim's not paying attention. He's coming right at me to probably try to nuke me out, I'm assuming, but he got too far away from his buddy, so I'm going to go ahead and pull myself over here so me and him can have a fight away from the Proteus and the Loki. Look, so the T3Cs are coming back at me now, but it's probably too late for his buddy. So he's in range now. I'm going to go ahead and open fire on him with some longer range ammunition here, but now I'm looking at his velocity vector, which is that little vector right there. So I'm looking at that right now, and I'm trying to match that as much as possible. So he just maneuvered on me, so he went from this way to over and this way. So I'm, for one, trying to maintain range on this guy right at the edge of my railguns. And the reason I'm doing that instead of going with antimatter and going closer to this guy is I want to stay away from those T3Cs because they can wreck me if they get too close. And I want to try to kill this guy before that happens. So you see I'm trying to match the transversal on this guy. His little arrow is going out this way, so I'm kind of maneuvering myself out that way. And he's starting to melt pretty fast now that I got transversal matched. Looks like he's trying to escape now, but it's too late. I'm just matched his transversal as he tries to escape. See, our velocity arrows in the same direction now, about the same length. That's what you really want to see there. Okay, so he's dead. So now I'm going to go for this Loki. See if I can get a kill on this Loki, which even from my initial running away there, I already got him down to like 80% shield. So that kind of reinforced that, yeah, I want to try to kill this Loki because I think I can. Assuming I have enough DPS to do that. So it looks like he's starting to escape, so I'll go over here. I try to match my transversal with Q clicking on him, so I'm using Q clicking here so that I can zoom out and see the action. I can see where the Proteus is, I can see where the Loki's moving to, I can see where his drones are, and then try to match that transversal. So I'm over here, I'm looking at his velocity vector right here. I'm trying to get mine oriented in that same direction. Try to close range on him a little bit. So it looks like he's going up a little bit, so I'm going to slow myself down by reversing course here. Try to maintain that range while I'm doing it. I really don't want to get too close to a Loki. Now I'm looking at the damage coming in. He's artillery fit, so he's hitting me with artillery. So really the only thing that scares me is the webs. And if I was paying attention earlier and I saw those webs drop after about 15k, then I would know that he's not long web fit, but I didn't realize it at this time, so I'm really just trying to stay outside of that heated long web range. And he warped out. Okay, so I scared away the Loki, but Proteus still sitting in the bubble here, so I'm going to go up and try to get this guy. Still way too far away for me to target, so I'm going to start burning in directly on him, recall my drones, and then I'm going to try to get a lead angle on this guy. At lead angles, I'm trying to lead him, so I'm going to point my ship's destination where I think he's going to be in a couple minutes when I'll actually get close enough to him to kill him. So I'm in this one for the long haul, so I'm going to go ahead and pop my Tetramon capacitor booster. And there's the lead angle there. I'm going to get the lead angle on him. So See, I put my ship's destination in front of the Proteus, because if I just approach the Proteus or go straight at him, I'm always going to be behind him. I don't want to do that. I want to close that range as fast as possible, and then ideally my transversal's already mashed when I get into killing range of this guy. He's trying to GTFO right now. Running straight up and away from me. Alright, here we go. Now that I'm in range, I'm going to go ahead and just maintain transversal range on this guy now. Try to burn him down as fast as possible. Now I'm assuming this guy was blaster fit because I didn't really see any damage coming from him. So if I was paying attention, you know, I'll never proclaim to be a good PvPer, but you know, a better PvPer would have realized that this guy was probably blaster fit and just moved in and hit him with antimatter, and that would significantly boost my DPS. But at this point, I was just trying to stay away from him. I was kind of spooked from the fact that he was a T3C, so I can stay at that extended range on this guy, which is the longer range ammo, and stand at the edge of my targeting range. And he is going to escape. Just too tanky. I mean, you look at his armor, it's not going to be able to burn through that. Antimatter probably would have not made a difference there either. If I got in closer and hit him with antimatter. Because like he's still only at 70% armor. But I'm still trying to keep that transversal mashed as much as possible. See, I turned off my afterburner, kind of slowed myself down, just trying to mash that the best I can. So I'm overpropped on this, and he's not, so if I just turn on my afterburner and don't throttle that speed down, I'm just going to blast by him there. He's aligning now. He's kind of down to half armor. Still trying to match that transversal. He's out. So there you go. Hopefully that it helps reinforce what I taught you in the manual piloting video for matching transversal. So you can see what it looks like in action, and me using the two different techniques to maintain transversal. There's the manual clicking, and in addition to the manual clicking, there's the Q clicking. So you can see pros and cons of that. If you have any questions, please drop a question in the comment section below, and until next time, fly dangerous.